Welcome back to First Seasons, everybody. We are week 44 on this project. We have made a ton of progress, and I am so excited to show you everything that's going on. We've got forming done in the front yard. We've got drywall and tile going on the inside of this sucker. Like, it is just full send action on this project. So let's stop talking about it from out here in the rain and go check it out. We are outside and we've got everything all buttoned up. We are literally just waiting for the weather to be warm enough and dry enough to get all of these walls poured. Now, these are all gonna be architectural and they're all gonna be finished. So we cannot pour this stuff in the rain, and we also can't pour it when it's too cold. So we just gotta wait for the weather to cooperate, and all of these forms will get a once over, and then they'll get filled full of concrete, and we move on, and we can get all of this front yard looking beautiful again. But this is part of the process, and it really will be quite magical to see what this all looks like once we get this project done. Like, it is going to be really cool. You're definitely going to want to subscribe to this channel and follow this playlist, because very, very cool things happening on this project. You really do want to check it out. Okay, so here we are by the front door, and we have got most of the brickwork done. These guys have done an absolutely exquisite job of making this all look beautiful. We've got our grouting done. We've got our brick on. It just needs, obviously, a final cleanup because it's still got some haze on the brick, but it'll look fantastic once it's all done. Don't you worry. Let's go inside and check out what's happened in there, because I just had a peek and it looks pretty freaking special. Let's go. All right, now look at how amazing this floor is looking in this home. A lot of it's already been covered up because, well, that's what you got to do, but you can get a pretty good idea of what's happened behind me here. I mean, I absolutely love this floor, and I'm really interested to see how it holds up over time. It's the first time I've seen this product used, so I'm really excited to see, like I said, how it holds up over time. Pay careful attention to the nosing that's been done along here, right? I love that we've got one nice long continuous nosing going from this stair all the way through to this stairwell over here. Just nice, clean, sleek lines. And if you think creating these details and making all of this stuff happen just happens magically and like, no. This is a lot of care, thought, and intention to make something look fantastic. And I'll tell you what, it is looking great in here. Well, so the team apparently has some wet shoes that they want to have tried, but also this is some regular old lumber that the team is drying out, simply because we're going to be using it to build some details on the inside of the home. And we don't want to be dripping water and crap everywhere inside of the house. So why not just rack it up, stack it up, run a fan across it, and dry it out. And did you know the most effective way to remove water from most things is just air movement? If we can get air moving across the surface, it dries out really, really quickly. If you're wondering how that's possible or how that's true, kind of gross, but go ahead, lick the palm of your hand. If you leave it, it just kind of sits there. But as soon as you blow across it, it's really cold. Well, that is the air moving across the wetness on your skin, and that's actually getting rid of the moisture. So again, just air movement moving across things is actually the best way you can get rid of moisture on a surface. Heat helps, but that's not the best. The best is just simply air movement. That's all you need. Definitely need to stop and talk about these suckers. Check out these floor grills. Absolutely beautiful. Meticulously custom made for this project, right? Looks absolutely awesome. That guy just sits right in there like that, and boom, done. Really, really nice. And this is a tough floor to work with, if you'll remember, because we have such a thin veneer on it, and that's what makes it, like, the aesthetic of this is like a $20 to $30 a square foot floor, but because the veneer is so microscopically thin on this product, like, you're not going to be able to sand this and refinish it, but apparently you won't need to, because it is so hard and so resilient, and the backing on it is just incredible. So we're told. Time will tell, though.
Come on now! Are you kidding?
How amazing is this bathroom? I love this tile. It's just like the nicest warm gray ever. I absolutely love it. And it's interesting how different lights make the tile look a different color. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same tile on the walls as it's on the floor, but the floor looks darker. But then when you come over here, where there's more direct light on it, it looks similar to the tile on the wall. I'll have to check the spec, but I do believe it's the same tile everywhere. It's just the way that the light interacts with it changes the color a little bit, which is really interesting. But I mean, it looks absolutely amazing in here. I love this nosing detail that Patrick has done for us for the tile across here. You'll remember that there's gonna be some ground effect lighting going underneath this curb here. We're gonna have the tub is gonna go here, and then this will be a steam shower, and then this here is the bench for the steam shower. So like just a lot of awesomeness going on here. Really, really, really cool. Really excited to see this continue forward. It's looking great. Okay, so I wanted to show everybody the detail that's going on with this door here. So what we've actually done is we've brung the tile, let's go with that. Broughten the tile the whole way out to the door jamb and actually used the tile as a casing. So there's actually no casing on the inside of the door. We ordered the door jamb wide enough so that there would not need to be a casing on the inside here. And that is giving us really neat detail of a caseless bathroom. It just really adds to the elegance of this room. Made the tile setter work a little bit harder in terms of getting this edge nicely dialed the whole way around this door. But I think that's a really neat detail. Very, very cool. Very impressed with our design team for coming up with that. I haven't seen it done before. I love it. Really, really cool. Okay, so we can't go in here because, well, pretty clear that nobody wants me walking in there just yet. But I mean, this bathroom is looking fantastic as well. We've got the curb done. The shower is 100% complete. The shower surround is 100% complete. Looks totally freaking awesome. It's all grouted, all finished. We've got tile baseboard in here, which is my preferred baseboard finish in bathrooms. Obviously using MDF or wood is cheaper, but bathrooms get wet. MDF swells, wood rots over time. Tile baseboard in your bathroom is, in my humble opinion, the only way to go. So in here, we've got Team Sprucehill, we've got Liam and Big Tom in the back there hiding, getting all of the floor protection down. We use ram board most of the time, so that's what's going down right now. In more active areas, we'll actually also add some plywood or door skin or something like that just to provide a little bit of extra protection. But again, I really want to point out like this continuous nosing that's going on everywhere here. Super cool, super awesome. Yeah, really, really like that. I love a really nice stair nosing. It is just so important because either your nosing looks great or it looks like shit. There's no in between, in my humble opinion anyway. So, you know, our friends at Ethical Flooring are doing a great job for us as they always do. As I've mentioned a time or two in our videos, if you need flooring help, call Steve at Ethical Flooring. He will take fantastic care of you. He's a great guy. We've been working with him for, I think, over 10 years now. And the reason I continue working with Steve is because if there's an issue, he's there. He wants to help resolve the issue and take care of our customers. And folks, everybody is so happy to find that discount flooring supplier and installer or whatever else. But you know what? You're not so happy when that discount installer or discount supplier isn't supporting you when there's an issue with the product. You deal with Ethical, you deal with Steve, he's gonna have your back, he'll take great care of you. We are downstairs now. We've got our kind of cool vaulted ceiling that's very subtly vaulted, but it just looks amazing. And this height down here, like it literally looks like you're on an upper floor in the lower floor. Like it's mental, these ceiling heights in this house, like just bonkers. Bonkers, bonkers, bonkers. So cool, so special. Anyways, like what a great amount of space, great room in here. Everything is looking good. And again, you know, the team from Ethical have been doing all of their floor prep. Listen, folks, if you do not spend money on your floor prep, you are going to regret it for the rest of time. Anything is only as strong as the weakest link. And if your floor prep is you're gonna have issues. Your floor is gonna feel squidgy. It's gonna wear out faster because it's not properly supported, right? We wanna make sure our floors are relatively flat. And I'm looking around for a straight edge if I can find one to show you how they go around and get everything dialed in. Now, I also wanna point out, which you know you may or may not see here, but they've taken a diamond grinder to the floor here and they've scarified the floor leveler so that there's something for this floor to sit on nicely. And this is also to get everything all level as well, because sometimes even floor leveler isn't perfectly flat. So they go around with their straight edge, make sure everything is flat, and life is good. And that's what we're looking at right now. So we're in the basement bathroom here, and I thought it would be interesting and important to show folks, right? Like if you're looking to be more value engineered on your project, consider using some sort of acrylic base and less used showers, right? Like if this isn't a main shower that you as the owner are gonna be using all the time, like why spend the extra $2,000-$3,000 on a tile shower base when you can just use an acrylic base and then just tile the surrounding walls? Like if you come in here and you look at this bathroom, it looks amazing, right? You got a beautiful niche, you got beautiful wall tile, and you've got an acrylic base, which still looks clean. It looks amazing, right? It's just way less money to do an acrylic base than to do a custom shower base. Way less money. So just something to consider when you're renovating your next home. That's a wrap on today, everybody. If you get any sort of value out of our content, we sure would appreciate it if you'd subscribe to the channel or follow us, like the video, maybe share it with a friend or family. And if you have a home you've been dreaming about renovating, we would love to be your partners in success. There is no better team in the Lower Mainland than Team Sprucehill to help you bring your dreams to reality. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Catch you on the next one. Stay awesome, and bye now.